Shalom everybody, Mit Hashem. Today we're going to learn Pirkei Avot, Mishnah, Perk, Aleph, Mishnah Dalad, and Hey. Mishnah Dalad begins, Yossi ben Yoezer, Ish Tzada, Yossi ben Yochanan, Ish Yerushalayim, Kiblu Mehem. Yossi ben Yoezer and Yossi ben Yochanan are the first of the Zugot. Different times that we're going to discuss, different time periods, and this is a time period of 200 years where we had Zugot that led the Jewish people. We had 5 major Zugot, and the first of them being Yossi ben Yoezer and Yossi ben Yochanan. Alright, and they received it from them, and they Kiblu Mehem. What does it mean Kiblu Mehem? They received it from Antigonos Ish Sukkot, some people say, and some will say, the majority actually will say, based on the Tosfot Yom Tov, that they received it from, they learned Torah in the Beit Midrash of Shimon HaTzadik, and later, when Shimon HaTzadik passed away, they moved to learn in the Beit Midrash of Antigonos Ish Sukkot. Yossi ben Yoezer Omer. Yossi ben Yoezer says, Yeheh beitcha beit vad lechachamim. Your house should be open for Talmidei Chachamim. You should be used to having Talmidei Chachamim in your house all the time. And says the Bartanura famously that, maybe not so famously, he says that your house should be people should be regular and used to saying that we're going to the Grossman house to go learn Torah now, because a Talmid came, Talmid or a Talmid Chacham or some scholar came to the city of Ranan in my case, or to our community, and it was also as a child, it was always we were used to having Talmidei Chachamim come and sit at our table and have a Shabbos meal with us or whatnot, so that we could nurture from their Torah. And and you should literally be meet a big bafalaglim. You should have like the dust of their shoes or of their legs come against you. Explains the Bartanura that he has 2 explanations for this. The one is literally you should be walking behind the Talmid Chacham, and you should have the dust kind of fly against you and stick to your body, so whatever extra or whatever thoughts and learnings that the Talmid Chacham wants to teach, or is talking about as he walks, will kind of fly back and hit you, and you'll learn from his Torah in that way. And the other explanation is literally the way that we learn Torah, that the Talmid Chacham would be sitting at a chair or at a bench, and the Talmidim will be sitting at his feet. He'll be sitting at his feet or by his legs on the floor. You should drink the words of the Talmid Chachamim and the spiritual leaders like a thirsty person after a run, or after sitting in a desert, and like you're really thirsty and you really want a cup of water, and you just go and you get a cup of water, and it's so pleasant, and you're so happy you finally got that cup of water. You should really have this tremendous thirst for limud Torah, for learning Torah. Alright, we're continuing to Mishnah Hey. Yossi ben Yochanan Ish Yerushalayim Omer. So we said that we have Zugot, right? We have two people, right? And they have a relationship of, one is the first that we learn about is the Nasiya Sanhedrin, is the head of the Sanhedrin, and the other one is Av Beit Din. Okay? So the first one that we read about would be Yossi ben Yoezer, and he taught us Mishnah Dalad, and Yossi ben Yochanan was the Av Beit Din, teaches us Mishnah A. And he says, your house should be open widely. Now, while I exercise, I often watch a series called Full House, and in that series there's a classic sentence that they constantly say and constantly repeat, which is it's always open. When somebody knocks on the door and they're sitting in their living room or whatever, they just shut out, kind of, it's always open, and that's how it should be. Your house should always be open. Your should always be open for anybody to come in. And the anim, and those poor people, should feel very, very comfortable and welcome coming into their house. They should feel like this is kind of like their second home. Like they can come in, they can get their hot meal, they can get a bed maybe to sleep in. Your house should really be a place where everybody and anybody feels comfortable coming in and sitting down and whatnot. And the Mishnah continues, Ve'al tarbe sicha im ha'isha. Don't have extra or wasted conversations with the woman, with ha'isha, meaning your wife. Bishtamu chachamim said this. קל וחומר באשת חברו. Simply, even simpler and more understood is kal v'chomer. It's simple that it's that also not with Eshet Chavero, because we already said don't you shouldn't have a wasted conversation with your wife. Others you shouldn't have a wasted conversation with any woman. And from here, Chachamim learn מכאן אמרו חכמים כל זמן שהאדם מרבה שיחה עם האישה, so long as a man is having a lot of extra conversations with the wife, גורם רעה לעצמו ובוטל מדברי תורה, and he's hurting himself, and he's wasting time, he's wasting precious time that he could be learning Torah with. And בסופו יורש גיהנום, and in the end, because he's wasting his time, instead of learning Torah, he's having wasted conversations with his wife, he's gonna end with his wife or with any woman, he's gonna end up sinning or in being sent to Gehenna, and being sent to hell. And in the Meiri says teaches us about this, and he says that the wording of the Mishnah is sicha. It's not just any regular conversation you're having with the wife. It's a conversation that's, even if you will, it's flirting with another woman. It's an inappropriate and unnecessary conversation. Maybe you're saying lashon hara or any conversation that's in general just not an appropriate conversation. You should not be having that kind of conversation. But a regular conversation between a man and a woman, a conversation discussing what you should be doing with your house, or how you should be raising your kids, or your finances, that's perfectly fine. That we're not going to tell you how much you should have, how much you should talk about that, or how much you shouldn't talk about that. But flirting with another woman, that you should try not to do it. You try to do that in a very minimal way, and if not, then not at all. And in general, also, we know that too much of anything is never a good thing. And the Bartanura actually takes this point and connects it to Parsha Korach, the Parsha that we just read in Israel, and we'll Hashem be reading on Shabbos in the rest of the world. And he says that when you go and you talk to a woman in a wasted conversation, he's gonna compare it a bit to Korach. כגון קורח שסיפר לאשתו מה שעשה משה שהניף את הלווים תנופה והביאתו בדבריה לידי מחלוקת. So, for example, he gives an example of Korach that he had this experience with Moshe who sent up the tnufa, and he went and he told his wife about it, and by telling his wife, it brought him to having the machloket with Moshe and Aaron, and having the whole story of Korach that we know. אינמי מתוך שהוא מספר לה שחבריו גיnuhu ובישוהו, אף היא מבזה אותו בליבה, וזה גורם רעה לעצמו. Because he went and he told her things that he shouldn't be saying. He shouldn't walk around and speak badly about people, or say bad and not nice things about anyone, and be telling lashon hara. So the same way that he spoke badly about his friends, his wife told him, go do this. So go do that to your friends. Like go treat them badly, and go have this whole debate with Korach. So we learned that you shouldn't do too much of anything, and especially you shouldn't go and flirt more than it's necessary with anybody. So Hashem, join me tomorrow for perk Aleph Mishnah Vav and also Zayin.